Hello, you're watching The Big Story with me, Chiao Suen. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel to stay up to date with our live news updates. And China has spoken up against the US Congress's call for a ban or forced sale of social media platform TikTok. Calling the accusations from the American politicians baseless, China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning said China had never asked and would never ask any company to provide data or intelligence located in foreign countries. This after things got heated late last night in Congress as US lawmakers battered TikTok's Singaporean chief executive Chew Shou-zi. Their primary concerns included potential Chinese influence over the platform. Lawmakers also said TikTok's short videos were damaging to children's mental health, reflecting bipartisan concerns over the app's power over Americans. The platform currently has 150 million American users and employs thousands in the US. Throughout the hostile 4.5-hour-long congressional session, Mr. Chew attempted to defend TikTok, but the minds of the congressmen appeared to have been made up from the get-go.
Mr. Chew, you are here because the American people need the truth about the threat TikTok poses to our national and personal security. TikTok also targets our children. The For You algorithm is a tool for TikTok to own their attention and prey on their innocence. Within minutes of creating an account, your algorithm can promote suicide, self-harm, and eating disorders to children. It encourages challenges for them to put their lives in danger and allows adults to prey on our beautiful, beloved daughters. It's also a portal for drug dealers to sell illicit fentanyl that China has banned, yet is helping Mexican cartels produce, send across our border, and poison our children. In China, the CCP proactively prohibits this type of TikTok content that promotes death and despair to kids.
Now, as TikTok has grown, we've tried to learn the lessons of companies that have come before us, especially when it comes to the safety of teenagers. While the vast majority of people on TikTok are over 18, one of our fastest growing demographics are people over 35. We spent a lot of time adopting measures to protect teenagers. Many of those measures are firsts for the social media industry. We forbid direct messaging for people under 16, and we have a 16-minute watch time by default for those under 18.
Last year, a federal judge in Pennsylvania found that Section 230 protected TikTok from being held responsible for the death of a 10-year-old girl who participated in a blackout challenge, also known as the choking challenge. TikTok actively pushes video on her feed. Unfortunately, this is one of the many devastating examples of children losing their lives because of content promoted by TikTok.
Congressman, as a father myself, when I hear about the tragic deaths of young people, it's heartbreaking.
Do you find that good faith moderation?
Well, Congressman, Section 230 is a very complex issue.
Yes or no?
We are very focused on safety, and all these dangerous challenges are removed when we find them.
Do you believe TikTok deserves this liability protection?
I'm sorry, Congressman.
Do you believe that TikTok deserves this liability protection under Section 230?
The Chinese Communist Party is engaged in psychological warfare through TikTok to deliberately influence U.S. children. You know, you see behind me, if you look behind me, Mr. Cruz, you see some of the challenges that we've seen on TikTok.
There are more than 150 million Americans who love our platform, and we know we have a responsibility to protect them, which is why I'm making the following commitments to you and to all our users. Number one, we will keep safety, particularly for teenagers, as a top priority for us. Number two, we will firewall protected US data from unwanted foreign access. Number three, TikTok will remain a place for free expression and will not be manipulated by any government. And fourth, we will be transparent and we will give access to third-party independent monitors to remain accountable for our commitments.
Singapore non-constituency MP Leong Man Wai has deleted parts of the Facebook post that had called into question the government's characterization of Mr. Lee Hsien Yang and Mrs. Lee Xuet Fen. This comes after he was called out in the House on Wednesday for unparliamentary conduct and refusing to withdraw several statements from his post. Mr. Leong said that he had only raised the points for public interest and that it was not his intention to cast aspersions on any of the ministers or act in an unparliamentary manner. And this is not some city in Africa, it's South Korea's capital, Seoul. Giving literal meaning to a zebra crossing on the road, the male zebra named Cyril broke free from his pen in the zoo at the Seoul Children's Grand Park for a day out in town. It wandered the streets for 3 hours before officials managed to trap it and give it anesthetic muscle relaxants. Vets say it is in a stable condition and there have been no reports of injuries or property damage. And before we go, the weekend is finally upon us. And for our Muslim friends, this is the first Ramadan weekend. If you've not had anything planned just yet, why not check out the Geylang Serai Ramadan Bazaar for some yummy treats. Looks delicious. Well, you can check out the full video on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the red button below. I'm Chao Suen. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend ahead.